Elliot, thanks for coming in. If you'll just come with me, we have some people who are very excited to meet you.
Hi, this is Ian Somerhalder. Don't miss the Vampire Diaries this Thursday at 9, 8 Central.
Thursday, it's opening night.
This is what you've been waiting for. The atmosphere backstage is electrifying.
And one lifelong dream.
This is a big opening night. You know, you talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk.
Will come crashing down. Ronnie! Breaking Point, new series this Thursday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Attention.
People come in all different sizes. That's why Slumberland invented the any size one low price mattress sale. Choose your size, you pay just one low price. Get a Sealy medium firm for just $99 each piece, only at Slumberland.
Celebrate America at City of Columbia's 4th of July Fire in the Sky, presented by Columbia Insurance Group and KOMU 8. This year's festival is in the district. Come out to enjoy family-friendly activities and live music from Ironweed and the Norm Rubling Band. Then after dark, ooh and ah at an amazing fireworks display. City of Columbia's 4th of July Fire in the Sky is brought to you by Columbia Insurance Group, KOMU 8, and these fine sponsors.
A friend of mine knew I was thinking about making a change in my life and suggested Metro Business College. That small step made a huge change in my life. At Metro, I took classes that were key to my success in the job market. Not just the medical classes I needed for my degree, but computer classes as well. Everyone at Metro knew my name and cared about my success. I found the confidence I needed to complete my program and step into the career I wanted. Now I have the career I was hoping for in the medical profession. A small college made a big difference in my life.
The sparks are flying at Slumberland's 4th of July sale. Every department is on sale. Pay 0 interest for 3 years. Looking for a sale to light your fire? Slumberland's 4th of July sale is your match.
See it tonight on the CW, then stream it tomorrow on the new CW app.
A new police beat tries to make 2 neighborhoods safer.
Money talks tonight how a multi-million-dollar donation and a new budget will mean big changes for MU.
And chugging to new life if plans don't get derailed. KOMU 8 News at 9 starts now.
Live from Studio 8A, coverage you can count on in high definition. This is KOMU 8 News at 9.
A lot of people can come to us now because they've seen us out and about and they realize that we're out there just trying to help this area.
The Columbia police have responded to the increase in shots fired with an increase in parole officers. Good evening, I'm Angie Bailey.
And I'm Jim Reek. Thanks for joining us. Columbia police want to engage the community in curbing crime. KOMU 8's Commandant Chef has more.
Last year, from January 1st to June 17th, there were 33 shots fired incidents across Columbia. During that same time period this year, the number went up to 42. In response, the police department added 2 extra police officers in the Douglas Park neighborhood.
They come over here to the park, they'll say hi, how are you, they'll engage us, they'll play with the kids, give them little stickers and things like that. I mean, they're our friends, they're not our enemies, and that's something I think that we should all be aware of.
At least one 10-year-old is more comfortable.
It makes me feel safe because I know that there's people that will try to stop things that will hurt us.
The officers walk around and talk to people.
I believe when they get to know you personally, you know, they trust you a little bit better than just seeing you drive by.
2 officers were also added to the Derby Ridge area about 5 weeks ago.
I believe it's a good improvement from the past couple of years. I mean, police presence was not noticeable.
You know, crime is going to happen, but I think that, you know, just having the presence out here really does a lot to you know, just make people think twice before they do something irresponsible or against the law.
And the Derby Ridge officers say foot patrols give them a new way to do their job.
So when we actually come out and talk to them, they're more likely to tell us the stuff that they're going through versus them waiting to call when something bigger happens.
So far, the Derby Ridge officers have mostly dealt with neighborhood nuisances like kids running around in the streets. Commandant Chef, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.
The department isn't sure if the patrols will continue after this summer.
Well, the dry weather continues out across central Missouri. Saw plenty of sunshine out there today that helped temperatures to warm up to the lower 90s for afternoon highs. It gets even worse tomorrow, unfortunately, with no rain in sight here on Live Doppler 8 First Alert Radar. You'll see the forecast as we head on into your early morning on Wednesday. 62 will take your high on up to 98 degrees. We'll have more details on the triple digits headed our way. It's coming up in just a bit. The Downtown Columbia Leadership Council met with the public tonight to talk about the details of tax increment financing, or TIF. Board members outlined the TIF's basic facts, including the two different types of TIFs, district-wide and site-specific, and what changes a TIF would mean for the city. Those in attendance tonight had an array of questions to ask the board members, and most of them boiled down to, is this going to increase our taxes?
Is the fact that TIF financing does not represent any sort of a tax increase. I think there was a lot of numbers being thrown about. I think there was certainly some uncertainty with regards to the fact that maybe we were just transferring dollars from one project to another. These are dollars that would not have been invested or would not have materialized without the appropriate use of tax increment financing.
And tonight was the first of many public discussions to come on TIF financing.
A railroad short line between Fulton and Mexico has been out of service for about a decade now, but it could be making a return.
KOMU8's Addison Walton joins us live from Fulton to talk about the possible return of the rail line.
Thanks, Jim. I'm in Fulton on part of the 27-mile-long railroad track that runs from Fulton to Mexico, Missouri. Mike Williams of Railroad Salvage Incorporated in Richmond, Missouri, owns the line. Williams, along with leaders from both Audrain and Callaway counties, have been in discussions to bring the railroad back to service. The short track line would connect the freight to a main railroad line operated by Kansas City Southern, which would then ship the cargo.
We would put the freight on the line, on our short line between Fulton and Mexico. Then it would have to be transported on to the main line in Mexico to go a lot of different places, a lot of it to the western part of the United States, even some to the country of Mexico.
Hackman says the short line in Fulton would move 3,000 to 5,000 freight cars a year. Reporting live from Fulton, Addison Walton, KOMU8 News.
Well, Mizzou officially joins the Southeastern Conference in just a few days.
And that isn't the only big change on the horizon. KOMU8 Scott Malone is here in the studio with the details. Scott.
You'd think Mizzou's joining a conference of engineering schools with all the construction that's planned for campus. Today, MU's Board of Curators discussed improvements to multiple athletic facilities, a new dorm on campus, and a new budget.
Generous statement by the Kansas City Sports Trust. Let me repeat that, Kansas City Sports Trust.
The trust donated $30 million to the university's athletic department. The donation adds to a $72 million plan to improve Memorial Stadium and other athletic facilities. Away from athletics, the board also made $35.3 million in changes to balance next year's budget.
The budget was built with increases in net tuition and fee revenues and increases in supplemental and required fees driven by rate increases that you approved in February.
Those changes include $9.7 million in revenue enhancements from gifts, $11.5 million saved from vacant or eliminated positions. Reducing and consolidating programs will save another $8.1 million. More than $4 million will come from cutting research and other operational costs. And cutting management and financial aid will save another $1.6 million.
Carlett says enrollment growth led to the need for more student housing. The board approved construction of a new $28.4 million dorm between College and Virginia Avenues, making 330 new beds available in 2 years.
The USDA has classified parts of Columbia a food desert.
See why it says some Mid-Missourians aren't getting the nutrition they need.
Plus, an oil embargo gets a nuclear power facing off with world leaders.
We are getting ready to turn up the heat here in mid-Missouri. I'll have all the details coming up next in my extended forecast.
There are so many ways to go green. How can you do it? Use compact fluorescent light bulbs.
Only run your dishwasher with a full load.
Keep the tires on your car properly inflated.
View and pay your bills online.
Carpool when you can.
Unplug unused electronics.
Change one thing and you can change the world. Be free to be green. Want more tips? Go to cwtv.com/free-to-be-green.
8 Goes Green is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Dream with me, come with me to sleep.
At Slumberland, we sell bedroom sets in all kinds of styles, and you won't lose any sleep over the price.
Dream with me. Dream with me.
On trend and on the money.
Dream with me asleep.
Slumberland. Sweet price, sweet dreams.
When you order a scooter online, you get exactly what you expect. A box delivered right to your door. But when it comes to servicing your scooter, you definitely expect more. No one should wait weeks without their personal mobility. And DW Auto does personal mobility the right way. DW Auto services all manufacturers and can repair your chair within hours, even in your home. DW Auto accepts Medicare. You pay nothing up front, and they will file all insurance claims. Stay independent with your complete mobility resource. DW Auto.
A friend of mine knew I was thinking about making a change in my life and suggested Metro Business College. That small step made a huge change in my life. At Metro, I took classes that were key to my success in the job market. Not just the medical classes I needed for my degree, but computer classes as well. Everyone at Metro knew my name and cared about my success. I found the confidence I needed to complete my program and step into the career I wanted. Now I have the career I was hoping for in the medical profession. A small college made a big difference in my life.
Help those in need beat the heat this summer by donating a fan to the KOMU 8 Fan Club. Buy a fan or donate a gently used one at Lowe's in Columbia and Jefferson City and at Westlake in Fulton. Visit KOMU.com for details.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers. Now, your live Doppler 8 First Alert weather with meteorologist Michelle Bogowith.
9/11 is your time. You are taking a look at our Daytrack Sky Cam across the Sedalia area, where we continued with bright blue skies. Really not a whole lot in the way of cloud cover out there. It sure was a warm afternoon out across central Missouri. As we go ahead and bring things back on indoors, you'll notice temperatures still remaining fairly warm as well. Off to our southwest tends to be the warmer spot across the state, and that's because we have a warm front that is lifting out across the area currently. 79 in St. Louis, at 72 up in Kirksville, and 79 for us here in Columbia. Dew point temperature of 52 degrees, humidity fairly low, only at 39%. Notice an easterly breeze at 8 miles per hour. That's going to shift on over to the south, and that southerly wind is going to, increase the humidity and also the temperatures for tomorrow afternoon. Pressure's falling at 29.87 inches. Here's our next weather maker. Well, there's the warm front out to the west of us. Hot, very moist, humid air in this part of the country. You'll notice as we move farther to the north, a little welcomed relief for the folks up there. They actually had some severe weather and storms rolling through. Other than that, across the country, really not a whole lot in the way of weather for us here in the Midwest. High pressure has been dominating as that sits and spins clockwise. We have been sent that easterly with a southerly component at times throughout the day today. Wind, and notice we also have that warm front that'll be lifting, so that'll reinforce that southerly flow here as we step on into your early morning hours tomorrow. We will start the morning off just a few degrees warmer. We hit 57 this morning. We'll be back into the mid and some lower 60s out there to start your Wednesday. We will continue with the sunshine though out across the area, and then things start to get really hot and humid around here. By tomorrow afternoon, temperatures will be pushing that century mark in many mid-Missouri locations. Will be into the upper 90s out across the area, with a select few cities and towns hitting 100 degrees. So if you do work outdoors, if you're going to be outdoors for any extended periods of time tomorrow, make sure that you drink plenty of fluids and take some breaks in the air conditioning or shade if you can. It's going to be really, really important the next several days here, as you'll see in the upcoming forecast. Overnight tonight, 62 degrees is where we will fall down to. We will continue with a mostly clear sky and a southeasterly wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then tomorrow afternoon, a high of 98 degrees. It is going to be very hot, very humid out there, plenty of sunshine to go all around, and notice the southerly wind 10 to 15 miles per hour. So at least it'll be a little breezy, and that'll kind of help a little bit out there. The record high tomorrow, 101. I think we'll fall short of that. But Thursday, I'm keeping my eye on the records at 103. I'm expecting us to at least hit 102. Continue to watch that. Maybe might bump that temperature up tomorrow if we see fit. 100 degrees for Friday, and then we at least come out of the triple digits on into the weekend. But it is still going to be extremely hot, and especially most of us will make some outdoor plans on the weekend. So it would be a good time to be down the Lake of the Ozarks and on a body of water to help kind of relieve some of that heat out there. Even the pool. I know the pools are going to be packed.
Yes.
And speaking of these hot temperatures, make sure that you join KOMU's fan club. Donate a new or gently used fan to the locations that you see on your screen there. Lowe's in Columbia, Jefferson City, or West Lakes Hardware in Fulton. This program benefits a lot of people and has done so in years past. So there's a lot of people out there that could use it.
Yeah, and they're the ones who can use it the most, too. Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks, Michelle.
The hot temperatures might have you feeling like mid-Missouri is a desert. While it's not, the USDA is calling parts of downtown Columbia a food desert. KOMU8's Tatiana Dari looks at what it all means.
You girls enjoy your beaches.
Farmers markets are an option for those looking to buy fresh produce. But for some, it's not easy to get there.
I walk to the farmers market. It's like 5 blocks, but it's long blocks.
Paula Airberry takes the bus to go grocery shopping.
What's bad, especially if you're an old lady like me, I'm 55 years old, is to transfer with groceries from one bus to the other.
In 2009, the USDA listed downtown Columbia a food desert. The same figures showed almost 9,000 people living in that area. Almost 45% are considered low income with low access to healthy food, and 17% of the houses there do not have a car.
A food desert is a place where a neighborhood, a community that can't get access to the full range of foods that people need to have a healthy diet.
Extension Associate Professor Mary Hendrickson says fresh food is a problem in mid-Missouri.
In Missouri, there's a lot of children in households that are food insecure.
But not everyone agrees.
Certainly not. I know that we don't have a traditional grocery store, the kind you would see in the suburbs, but we simply don't have room for something that large.
Downtown Columbia has more than 5 grocery stores, and more could be on the way.
But even if people can get to the food, the question is, can they actually afford it?
They're great. They taste good. But for a low-income person, it's not affordable.
We have a number of folks working in, say, Kansas City and St. Louis, so that existing, more convenient stores will start to buy healthy, fresh produce and stock it.
So residents like Paula Airberry can get healthy food easily. Tatiana Daria, KOMU8 News, Columbia.
And to check the food desert locator map, you can find a link at our website, KOMU.com. Back in a moment.
For you guys, I really am. Congrats.
How can we compete with Robin?
Hey, we'll focus on Traverse. We'll hit the features, 24 mpg on the highway, seating for up to 8. Are you kidding me?
She literally sold the car right from under us.
Yeah, literally.
While we're sitting in it. Whew.
Celebrate Independence Day with $2,500 total cash allowance on the 2012 Traverse. Fuel economy based on EPA estimates.
See your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealer today. Did you not get what you wanted for Father's Day? How about a brand spanking new Silverado? Chevrolet has just announced a special $500 extra in bonus cash on top of the $3,000 in consumer cash, plus $1,000 trade-in bonus, plus all-star package savings of $1,500, plus retention bonus bucks, plus GM card cash. Chevy runs deep at Bob McCosh Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Number 1 Business Loop 70, Columbia. 24/7 at BobMcCosh.com.
View local news, your first alert forecast, and local sports scores no matter where you are. Visit KOMU.com/mobile to get KOMU8 News on your mobile phone.
You'd be jumping too if you could buy a mattress at Denver Mattress with 0% interest for 24 months. During our 4th of July sale, you can. Plus, get a free HDTV or tablet with qualifying mattresses. Hop to it, our 4th of July sale ends soon. Denver Mattress, a Doctor's Choice and Tempur-Pedic Elite retailer.
KOMU8 cares about the safety of your community. It's time for the Crime Stoppers Report on KOMU 8.
Brian Rogers is wanted by police for distributing a controlled substance. He is known to be armed and dangerous. Corey Jordan is also wanted on the same charge. He is known to be violent.
Crime Stoppers is brought to you by Command Security and Sound, the name to trust. Remember, you can fight crime by calling Crime Stoppers at 875-TIPS.
You'd be jumping too if you could buy a mattress at Denver Mattress with 0% interest for 24 months. During our 4th of July sale, you can. Plus, get a free HDTV or tablet with qualifying mattresses. Hop to it, our 4th of July sale ends soon. Denver Mattress, a Doctor's Choice and Tempur-Pedic Elite retailer.
Drugs set ablaze in Pakistan and severe weather leaves thousands homeless in China.
KOMU 8's Crystal Scott has those stories and more in tonight's Worldview.
Thank you. Now tonight we will begin in Pakistan, where authorities burned massive amounts of drugs to mark the International Day of Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. Pakistan police destroyed more than 400 pounds of heroin and more than 50,000 pounds of hashish. The UN officials on drugs and crime says more than 40% of opium from neighboring Afghanistan passes through Pakistan. Drugs weren't the only thing destroyed. More than 45,000 bottles of liquor were also crushed in today's events. In Pakistan, it is illegal for Muslims to drink. And next, we will head to Iran, where Foreign Ministry discusses how international oil embargo will affect its controversial nuclear program. A spokesperson for Iran's Foreign Ministry warned the embargo will have a negative impact on the country's negotiations with world powers. Now, the European Union imposed various sanctions earlier this year because of Iran's refusal to halt the uranium enrichment. Now, since then, several other countries have joined in with their own sanctions. The international oil embargo goes into effect July 1st. And we end tonight in China, where torrential rains from the weekend continue to leave thousands homeless. In southern China, buildings were submerged and people were wading through flooded land. In the hard-hit city of Hezhou, over 240,000 people have been displaced because of the flooding. Now, according to flood control officials, more than 10,000 people have been evacuated and over 26,000 acres of farmlands have been flooded out. And that is your look around the world tonight.
Mid-Missourians got high praise tonight. The American Red Cross Heart of Missouri chapter honored 9 men and women with Lifesaver Awards. Gina Martin was given the Blood Services Lifesaver Award. Martin is a cancer survivor herself from Jefferson City. She regularly donates blood to help other cancer patients. She says helping those in need gives her a warm and fuzzy feeling.
I really don't feel like I deserve it by just giving platelets, but I guess some people think I do deserve it, so I feel very honored and humbled by it.
An awards committee chose winners in 7 different categories. To read more about Martin's story and to see a full list of the winners, you can visit our website, KOMU.com.
It's Christmas in June for the Mizzou Athletic Department.
Find out who gave $30 million.
Rymore Topsoil now has natural and dyed mulch as well as screened and blended mixed topsoil. With our large screen machines, we remove most rocks, roots, and debris from our topsoil, so you're left with great topsoil that's easy to work with. Rymore Topsoil is perfect for your next landscaping, yard, or garden project. We'll deliver or load up your truck or trailer. Don't buy this. When for less, you can have this. Call Rymore Topsoil at 573-474-8378 for people who love to dig in the dirt.
Last year. This year, the difference? Spirit of 76 Fireworks. As a fireworks distributor, they offer the lowest prices and the largest selection in Central Missouri. 500-gram cakes as low as $25. Kid packs under $15. Wow your neighbors. Shop in their expansive tent, air-conditioned store, or buy wholesale at 76fireworks.com. Spirit of 76 Fireworks. 3 miles west of the Columbia Mall off I-70 at the Midway exit 121.
The Rome restaurant has something for everyone this summer. Tasty dishes, desserts, and our gluten-free menu. Dine in an atmosphere that feels like home with fresh, made-from-scratch food. Kids eat free Tuesday through Thursday all summer long. Short on dough? Buy any size pizza on Sunday and get the second one for $1. The Rome restaurant, a proud tradition of home-style Italian cooking in downtown Columbia.
Now from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports with Eric Blumberg.
Welcome back. Mizzou athletic facilities are getting bigger and better. Today, the university received a $30 million gift to help fund a $102 million sports park improvement. KOMU 8's Jake Schlegel tells us how the historic donation will help push Missouri to new heights.
After nearly 16 months of planning, Mizzou unveiled what it calls a sports park master plan.
It's going to put our position in our program and put us in a preparation for the next several decades to be able to see great success.
Mizzou announced the Kansas City Sports Trust is donating $30 million to help fund the $102 million project. It's the second largest donation in university history.
This is another step at a time when we are really using the enthusiasm of the moment as we enter the Southeastern Conference.
46 of the $102 million is marked for improvements at Memorial Stadium. The football stadium will add an East Side Upper Bowl with more than 5,000 bleacher seats and 1,000 premium seats by 2015. It also includes changes in the press box, the North Concourse, and structural repairs by the 2013 season.
It's also huge for recruiting. It's players want to go, student athletes want to go to a place where they're going to be the best. So they have the excellence of facilities as good as anybody in the country, and that's what we're going to have.
The success of our football program, in particular over the last 5 to 6 years in this country, absolutely propelled us to unprecedented heights and the opportunities that are going to exist for us as we enter the SEC.
Expect to see changes at baseball, tennis, and golf facilities by 2014, softball in 2015. Jake Schlegel, KOMU 8 Sports, Columbia.
Thanks, Jake. The changes are expected to increase the capacity at Memorial Stadium to more than 77,000. Former Hickman High School and Missouri golfer Nick Wilson is currently the best amateur golfer in the state. Sorry, Jim Reek. Wilson won the Missouri Amateur Match Play Championship this past weekend in Cape Girardeau. Wilson beat three-time former champ Skip Berkmeyer in a 36-hole final. The event started in 1905, and you'll find names like former pro golfers Payne Stewart and Tom Watson on the traveling trophy. Wilson says having his dad on his bag made it even better.
That was pretty special having my dad there. I mean, like I said, when we won, I don't know who was happier, me or my dad. I mean, he couldn't stop smiling. I couldn't stop smiling. It was really, really special.
The final update before the National League All-Stars are announced on Sunday, and the Cardinals' Rafael Furcal and Carlos Beltran are in position to start. Voting is open through Thursday on MLB.com. Cardinals visiting the Miami Marlins tonight, going against former Cubs starter Carlos Zambrano. And in the top of the first, Matt Holliday to Zambrano, who throws it to the outfield. The possible inning-ending double play, no good. Next hitter, soon-to-be All-Star Carlos Beltran, singles up the middle. It scores soon-to-be All-Star Rafael Furcal, 1-0. 2-0 game after another Miami error, and Zambrano in full meltdown mode. He gives up the 3-run homer to Yadier Molina, his 12th of the season. 5-0 Cards, all 5 unearned. St. Louis wins 5-2, 5th straight win for St. Louis. We'll be back with your warm weather update after this break.
People come in all different sizes. That's why Slumberland invented the Any Size One Low Price mattress sale. Choose your size, you pay just one low price. Get a Sealy Medium Firm for just $99 each piece, only at Slumberland.
Some say I'm the third most interesting man in the world. And when I travel, I mean, when we travel, we always use MoX. MoX, oh so convenient. They pick me up, us, at home, at work, or parking or riding from the MoX office. Booking online is so easy. MoX is simply the best.
We want you to ride MoX.
Keep traveling, my friends.
When you order a scooter online, you get exactly what you expect. A box delivered right to your door. But when it comes to servicing your scooter, you definitely expect more. No one should wait weeks without their personal mobility. And DW Auto does personal mobility the right way. DW Auto services all manufacturers and can repair your chair within hours, even in your home. DW Auto accepts Medicare. You pay nothing up front, and they will file all insurance claims. Stay independent with your complete mobility resource, DW Auto.
If you're thinking about buying a new single-wide, double-wide, or modular home, then you better listen up. From June 16th through the end of the month, Cedar Creek Homes in Columbia will be putting sale prices on all current inventory. You can save thousands on brand new homes and also get a great gift with it. Buy a display home and get an outdoor grill, a plasma TV, a front-load washer and dryer, a $1,500 gift card, or even a John Deere riding mower. With every home on sale and a gift with each purchase, this is truly a one-of-a-kind sales event. Cedar Creek Homes just east of Columbia on I-70, exit number 133.
The sparks are flying at Slumberland's 4th of July sale. Every department is on sale. Pay 0 interest for 3 years. Looking for a sale to light your fire? Slumberland's 4th of July sale is your match.
Welcome back. Tonight we will see temperatures falling into the lower 60s under a crystal clear sky. It'll be pleasantly mild, and then by tomorrow afternoon, not so mild. It's going to be rather hot and humid. An afternoon high of 98. Brightening up here's a look at what we're following for KOMU 8 News at 10 tonight. Certain services at Columbia's Planned Parenthood are stalled once again.
That's coming up tonight at 10. We'll see you then.
You're watching the CW